I wouldn't say anything like that. I still think there's a shit ton of these things. I just felt like it just felt like the right thing to do. So, next thing I kind of got into was nothing really crazy, but it was finally time for me to buy. From the Vault lore. I finally bought the new From the Vault. Woody, I've been waiting forever. The price finally hit below the $40 price. So I picked up a case at $39.99 shipped. So probably $38.50 after credits and all that crap. Finally picked up a case of From the Vault lore. As everybody said, Rudy, when are you going to get From the Vault? Is the new one worth it? Well, it's finally worth it in my book. The prices was $60, $70 because of what Marit Liege and the token, Dark Depths. You know, I like it. I love the quality of these things. You know what the best part is? I told you before. The magnet. Worth the whole $40. The cards are free. So I finally got to add to my little From the Vault collection investment, blah, blah, blah. For $39 and change, $38 technically. Each, of course. I thought it was finally worth it. When they came out, people were selling for like $70, then $60s, then $50s. You know, it wasn't stabilizing. But now, it's finally hold on. Don't want to step on Dark Ascension. So it's finally stabilized at a price point that I feel is pretty good, which is high 30s, low 40s. Preferably low 30s to mid 30s if it gets there, but it's been dropping and dropping and dropping, and now it really feels it's in that bottoming process. They call it on Wall Street, it's in the consolidation phase, where you don't see the dips, you don't see the spikes, it's moving sideways. You see that consolidation, as they call it. Usually when you find a couple weeks of consolidation, like in the market, whether you're tracking a stock or bond, that's usually a sign the market's finally finding its comfort place. The bid's in the ask, the spread is narrowing, people finally have valuated the investment or the product or the stock or the bond or the From the Vault correctly. And I feel these cards have officially found their place at $40 a piece. I feel this is a good, respectable place to put your money in. If you can get these for $35 or less than $40, anything below that, I think it's a great entry point. I really do. A great cost basis to enjoy a nice set. And one of the things that's neat about these is, unlike booster boxes, you can actually open these things up. And you can look at kind of at the top few cards, you can read the pamphlet, you can actually, of course, be gentle. You can do all this stuff without breaking any actual seals. I love the magnet. Good lord. I don't know what it is about that pleasure. It's Creepy Rudy. Oh, so nice. So, I think it's worth it to pick up From the Vault, if you haven't done so already, at $40 or below. I think normal buy it now is an eBay or maybe around 45 range. So, wait for an eBay promo. Wait for it to be 45. Wait for the 10% quarterly eBay cashback program to get it for 41. But then again, you will find people selling cases, for maybe around 200-ish, and that'll come out to be a little bit cheaper price because they can save on shipping and fees. So, that's it for From the Vault lore. I just want to pass that along. Next, this was a local purchase, kind of a weird one. I bought a bunch of loose packs. I bought stacks of all kinds of loose packs. The first one, I bought stacks of Homelands. Hang on, let's make some room. I bought stacks of 4th edition. I bought stacks of Ice Age. These old packs stick together sometimes. Gotta be careful to rip them open. Look at that! The guy even had some original, not 2015, original Modern Masters. Almost half a box. Remember, only 24 packs in a Modern Master, so if you get 10 to 12 packs, it's actually wow. So, a bunch of Modern Master packs. A bunch of Weatherlight packs. Remember, these are loose packs. If you're ever going to be dealing in loose packs, if you do not own a store and you can't display them nicely, it's going to be more difficult for you to sell loose packs. I love selling loose packs locally. I think loose packs is a fantastic, it's a great way to make extra money for your store. It's a great way to make your shelves look beautiful. And overall, it's kind of a lower cost inventory method versus putting stacks of booster boxes on your shelf. And they look great the way they design them. So, anyway, let's keep going. The guy even had stacks of Tempest. Again, remember, all these packs are non-searchable. They have silver and gold foiling, which you should be fine. And last but not least, my favorite, a bunch of Acadian masks. Man, look at that guy. What a sweet goblin dude. Oh man, these old packs, dude. You smell that? Creepy Rudy likes that shit. So, when you buy loose packs, don't let somebody come up to you and say, hey, a booster box of Mercadian Mask sells for $500. I'm going to divide it by 36 booster packs. That's how much you owe me per pack. It doesn't work that way. That's not how it works. Booster packs sell at a discount when sold singly due to higher risk of box mapping back in the day. Not really too big of a thing anymore, but it can be. So, don't pay a booster box divided by 36 packs for a price. Just keep that in mind. That's not the way you calculate the value of booster packs. Just remember that. Usually, what I like to do, let's do something simple. Okay. Original Modern Masters booster box is what? $400, let's say. Let's say 400. I think it might be more. It might be 350. It might be $400. Let's say a full box of Modern Masters is $400. That comes out. There's 24 booster packs in Original Modern Masters. I mean, if they were $10 a pack, that'd be $240. If they were $20 a pack, it'd be $480. So we're gonna say it's been around $17 a booster pack. If you do 24 times 17, you get around the 400 range. So, would I offer you $17 a pack? No. Good God. People are just... So what you want to do is you usually want to figure out, remember, you have to put it at a discount. So if the sealed box is $400, immediately loose packs, I would use the multiplier. I would start at $300 and I would divide by 24 packs, okay? Which is probably going to come out to be maybe, what, $12 a pack? Which means I'm probably going to offer you $10 a booster pack to get loose packs. Because I don't know, if you open 24 packs, open one of these packs, pull a foil Tarmogoyf, and now you're just selling the rest. And you're going to hose everything. And that could be. It does happen. It's rare, but it does happen. So, just a little side note for buying and selling loose packs. I know most people don't do that. I love loose packs. I don't know, it's a nostalgia thing. I like to walk around. I like to see all the colors on the shelf. You know, I like to grab them. You know, I like to smell the pack. I like to take them. I like to put them in my clothes. You know, you guys like doing that shit? I like that. You know, take the Homelands. Reminds me of back in the day. You know, I like buying loose packs. You know, you can just put them all over yourself, and it's still great. You know. Roll that back. You know, you guys really love the pack. Yeah. So that's all I have to say. But I'm swimming in Dark Ascension. I'm expanding my position in Dark Ascension. I think I'm pretty good now, so it puts me in between, you know, 150 range booster boxes of Dark Ascension. But, you know, so that's all I really have to say. It's creepy read mail time. Always being slightly just disgusting and irritable. And kind of makes you not want to buy it and making you like, dude, look how he pushed those packs. This guy just fondled the packs. Why would I buy from that guy? If you want to buy from me now, I'm going to charge you fucking double. By the way, look at the, I want to show you the Dark Ascension boxes I'm standing in. I want to show you this.
See that, hero?
Look at that. I told you guys, I bought a shit ton of Dark Ascension booster boxes. And honestly, I think it was worth it. Sorry, it's not too focused, but I think it was really worth it. I think these boxes are definitely going to be underpriced. These are not $66 booster boxes. These should be, I think retail right now, $100. And I think these should be a couple $100 booster boxes. Only time will tell. Thanks for supporting and watching. This is Rudy from Creepy Land. Hey everybody, welcome back. This is Rudy with Alpha Investments. And today, we're going to talk about something a little bit different. Honestly, this is more of a conspiracy theory video. Because I have no proof of this video, there's no credibility, this is strictly Rudy Ramble Theory and Rudy Theorem 1.01. You know what I think's gonna happen? You know what I think's gonna happen? Poor fucking sex. Poor sex. You know what I think's gonna happen with poor sex?
Yo. So this is obviously, it only applies for the Japanese game. It might apply for the English game, but I'm not going to say it's going to apply because I don't play the English game, so I wouldn't know the environment in there so far. But you know, if you guys want are no curious about the Japanese game, then feel free to watch this video. So this information is gathered from Japanese websites as well as you know, Hong Kong locals area. So if you're playing in Singapore or Malaysia or other Asian countries, then I don't have information from where you're from. But if you feel like sharing, you can comment down below and tell us how your meta is like in your country. So let's look at the top decks right now. From what I'm seeing at least, I've seen these are the main decks that I've seen. Well, these are the main decks I'm seeing, and these are like the decks that you see quite a bit too. This one I saw a lot last month, but not as much this month, but still. So I'll explain why I think these clans are topping and explain a bit about them. So Gear Chronicles topping obviously because they have a very strong keyword, Time Leap, and the clan itself, it has pretty much everything. You can toolbox for cards, you can have multi-attacks, Time Leap, toolboxing with you can also toolbox with Time Leap, but you can also toolbox with the Melum and Upstream Dragon. Those guys will stay, I guess. You have restanding, pseudo restanding, I guess. Next stage. You have guard restrict with they have a lot of guard restrict cards, and you know, you have the very strong Metallica Phoenix combo, which is still pretty strong. I've been, you know, talking about this. They've been talking about, you know, still saying how the TikTok hit didn't really affect the deck that much. I mean, it did affect the deck, but it's not as detrimental as hoped it would be. And a lot of people don't really like Gear Chronicle now because of all the support they're getting. I mean, I think they've been getting support like 5 cents. It's kind of ridiculous. Maybe less. For main boosters, at least. Actually, I'm not but they've been getting a lot of support with their own clan booster, and they have the character booster coming up soon, and they have support for all the booster sets, like the big booster sets. So yeah, they've been getting a lot of support. So it's kind of, you know, not surprising that they're topping. Next, we have Genesis. So the deck is topping because of the very strong stand trigger. Actually, I should be. This card should be replaced with the stand trigger. Yeah, the deck.
Time to go.
A lot of the decks you see will run Taro. There are some turbo decks that focus on the loop, and there are decks that don't focus on the loop. Honestly though, even without the loop, the deck is still really strong. So, yeah, but if you play the loop, I guess it just makes it scarier, I guess. But then if you're playing against a control deck, the loop deck isn't actually as good. So that's why you see both. Loop is very strong, but against control decks, you know, not so strong.
Alert enabled.
Also with your Chronicle, they have the new the G Guardian now that acts sort of like a Denali Griffin, except not. So Taro Turbo, and there's just plain old Fenrir Genesis that also runs Taro. So I believe for those decks you can loop if you want, but it doesn't focus on loop, so it still has the option to loop your opponent if you're able to, which is pretty good. Yeah, so that's for Genesis. Angel Feather, you know, rescue mechanics still pretty strong. Healing yourself is pretty strong. With the Refrost banned, I guess or restricted, I guess, not banned. You can't loop that anymore, so the deck is a bit more healthy. So you don't see this deck as much as you did before. But the deck still runs. The grade 3s they run for the deck is still no Seal and Gabriel. So yeah, but yeah, I really like the rescue engine for Angels. So if I were to play competitively, I would for me personally, because I haven't had much time to play in tournaments recently because of, again, as mentioned from my previous videos, I have lots of work and school and stuff, so I'd rather focus on that first. Maybe if I'm working again, I'll go back into tournaments, but for now, haven't had any plans. But I do have friends that are playing in tournaments, so they keep me updated with, you know, what they see in locals in Hong Kong. So next we have Sentry Guard, which is still relevant because they have very strong restanders. Well, a restanding engine with the blaster blade, and comboed with Regali, you have very decent attacks. So yeah, they also have very good pluses in field building with the Menon plus. Going. So you can plus a lot in this deck, and it's like a truck. So it's still up here. Obviously, you don't see these as much now. A lot of people would rather play everything. But you know, some people who hate playing Gear Chronicle just play, you know, these decks. Grand Blue is the other deck that I've seen a lot lately. Grand Blue, at least from what I see, there's like almost an equal amount of Grand Blue Gear Chronicles top, which is really interesting. Actually, it's kind of reasonable because Grand Blue has a very strong toolbox. It's stronger than your Chronicles toolbox, since you just put everything in the drop zone and then you can pretty much call whatever you want at the time that you need it. It's not only your Night Rose that's topping though. 7 Seas is also topping, so keep that in mind. But yeah, they have a very strong toolbox. They also have multi-attack. Pretty decent multi-attacks. The grade 2 Negro Rook is still pretty good. So yeah, Grand Blue is topping a lot. I like Grand Blue personally, but I probably wouldn't play it in the tournament. But yeah, Grand Blue topping. And then we have these other decks here that they're topping because they're sort of the anti-meta. I guess these are the anti-meta. Link Joker itself, it's just really strong, obviously. Link Joker has always been a pretty strong clan. Most of the decks I've seen Link Joker's play is Star Vader, Chaos Universe mixed with a little bit of Messiah. They don't run a lot of Messiah, they run like one alter ego Messiah in the builds, from what I see. But yeah, most of them run 4 Chaos Breakers and Chaos Universe. You know the drill. And yeah, so obviously lots of good pluses. Locking your opponent is pretty strong. And then yeah, Big Crunch is still pretty good. Locks a column. It prevents a lot of people from doing things. Like a lot of these decks, if you lock one of their columns, they lose a lot of their attacking power. So yep. Especially if you Omega Lock. If you're playing Messiah, you can Omega Lock them. Keep Omega Lock. Obviously, your opponent doesn't have much they can do. Kagero. Kagero, it's an interesting deck. They went from being super meta to being sort of anti-meta. I know a lot of people who played this deck only because there's so many of these out here. Like they want Denial Griffin. For example, if Denial Griffin and Broken Heart, then everybody's like, oops. Denial Griffin, a Blaster Blade for Regali, then it's like, whoops. Denial Melum, whoops. I don't know. If they're doing Melancholy, trying to do a Melancholy, just they have Night Rose, Denial Griffin, whatever they have planned. Sometimes they might backfire on you though. So I guess the now Griffin is not as good against Night Rose as it is on my other decks, but if they pump that unit, it's still pretty good. You know, the now Griffin's just a really solid card. That's why I'm making the card I'm better than Kagero. Yeah. And obviously, the now Griffin, the friggin' Wiseman for Taro Loop didn't obviously didn't loop anymore. So Kagero, the now Griffin's a good card. But besides that, they also have a lot of field control and restanders for Ace. Kagero Overlord is still a pretty solid deck, so you know they can pretty much keep up with these cards. But the thing with Kagero is they don't generate as much advantage as these decks, and Kagero also doesn't have multi attacks. You have a standing Vanguard, but that's about it. So what's mainly keeps them afloat is their field control and the Denial Griffin. The Denial Griffin is just a really solid card. It's really annoying to deal with for your opponent, and even if you can think of ways to play around it, but then if they're going to Denial Griffin you, they're going to Denial Griffin you, so no matter what, you're going to lose an extra attack from whatever regards. And Mega Colony. Mega Colony, last month there was a lot. This month I only see like a few. But I can see why people like to play Mega Colony. The GR is really solid, so it stops a lot of plays from your opponent, like Gear Chronicle. Stops their time leak plays there. Night Rose, it stops their play. If you pop one of these, stops their play for that next turn. Same goes for freaking Sentry Guard.
Move on.
And even for Angel Feather, it stops that too. So Mega Colony, the GR is good, but in my opinion, the rest of the deck is not as good. This card is good, but then its cost is pretty heavy. It kind of lasts 2. So if you can't finish your opponent on the turns that you do use this guy, then it's gonna be pretty hard for you to come back, because it does cost a lot of resources to use this card. Yeah. But yeah, I think that's all I wanted to say for this video. Sorry if I don't sound well today. I'm actually a little sick, just a little. If you can't hear my clogged up nose. And there's no deck profile this week because I was gonna do my Token Rambu deck and my Chrono Fang deck, but then actually my friend had to help me get a bunch of cards I needed, and I'm gonna see him probably tomorrow or something this week. So until I get those cards, then I'm not gonna do my deck profile. But you'll be probably seeing my deck profile on the weekend for either Fang or Token Rambu, maybe both, depending on how I feel. And because of how much of the assignment I finished. So yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. Thanks for watching, guys. This is Karataku. See you guys later. Oh, by the way, just because if you think a clan is meta that's not up here, it's not because I don't think it's because I overlooked it. There's been a lot of other really random clans like Nova Grappler and stuff like that. But it's only like 1 or 2. Same with Bermuda. Because I don't think they're... Because popping 1 or 2 times is not statistically significant enough to put them on here. But it's my opinion. I can have my opinion, right, guys? So yeah, this is Karataku, and I'll see you guys later. Bye! Hey guys, so Card here, and today I'm here with a Chrono Jet Dragon deck profile. This is with the updated cards from Hero Fate. So, without further ado, let's get right into the deck profile. Not gonna explain the old cards because you guys probably know what it does by now, since they've been pretty much in almost all my builds. But I'll definitely explain the new cards. Also explain why I'm running some of the old cards. But anyway, starting Vanguard, we're running Chrono Dran. Still a very good starting Vanguard. Combo him with Metallica Phoenix and your other time loop stuff, and you can get some extra attacks off with him, which is excellent. Running one TikTok. TikTok is a very good card. That's why it got restricted. I don't think there's much else to explain with it. You can still do the Melm combo, it's just not as consistent. With one TikTok, you might draw into it or damage check into it, which happened to me multiple times, but there are cards in this deck that help you put it back into your deck, so keep an eye out for those.